A brand new season, a brand new episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Bata podcast season 2. My name is Manas, and I have my beautiful co host. Now, unlike last seasons, you don't have to believe me when I say beautiful co host because you can verify it yourself on our YouTube channel. Now, yes, we are a video podcast as well. So, guys, give it up for my beautiful co host and soon to be published author, Nitya Bhatia. Woohoo! Hey. Hey Nitya, what's up?
Hey guys, hey Manas, what's up? Okay, I needed to do hey guys and hey Manas. I was developing withdrawal symptoms, 6 months of not doing hey guys and hey Manas. I don't know how I could live with myself, and now I feel replenished. I feel like a new person because I can finally do this. So it's so good to be back, and it's so good to and you guys can finally see the annoying faces behind the annoying audios. So you're welcome. This is 2021 and
Uh,
we're going to reinvent ourselves.
yes.
So
So,
yeah.
okay, before we continue, I think people deserve to know how did we graduate from, sound with, basic below average audio quality to now all of a sudden a proper, not video podcast, like semi decent video
uh
podcast and a really good audio
yeah,
podcast. I hope it's a really good audio podcast. Guys, please tell us if we
please
sound good
guys,
because we
please,
don't have any other
please,
option,
please guys,
honestly.
please, yeah.
Okay, so basically, right after season one ended, my friends were like quite fed up with me. They were like, "We cannot tolerate you anymore." Not because of my personality, but because I did not sound good
uh
in the
that's
podcast.
debatable. Anyway, go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I did not sound good in the podcast, and I kept forcing them to listen because they were the only listeners. Now this cat's out of the bag. Anywho, so they were like, you know what, Manas, you don't sound that good, so we are going to gift you a really good microphone, and they did, and for that they consulted my dear friend and my co-host here, and the funny thing is, they contacted her because I told them that she has a microphone, but this whole time she didn't know that I knew that she has a microphone. So Nitya, would you like to like shed some light on that? Like how what am I talking about?
Yeah, I would love to shed some light on how I'm such an empathetic friend, and you're so lucky to have me as your co-host and your most concerned and sensitive friend. That okay, so basically, guys, yeah, I did not tell him. Like, I did not lie. There's a difference between not telling and lying. So I never told him that I got a microphone, and there's a reason behind that. When we were recording season one of the podcast, it was a peak month of July. We were all drowning in a pool of our sweat, because we were recording without a fan, because even the slightest of noise will get caught in the caught on the software we're using, because we didn't have good equipment. So after 2 weeks of seeing me struggling and getting dehydrated almost every day, my dad got me an audio mic, which I'm very grateful to him for. Thank you, Papa. But the thing is that so I decided not to tell this guy, because this guy was in his closet with his phone hanging on his hanger and recording each and every episode, and my heart went out to him, and I'm like, I can't tell him because I would feel terrible about the fact that I'm in the comfort of my bedroom recording, and he is in some strange position in his closet, trying to speak and survive with his hyperhidrosis in the peak month of July. So yeah, guys, I did not tell him, but of course, fate had other, plans. And one fine day, just one fine day, my laptop crashed in the middle of recording, and I sent him a screenshot of, I sent him a picture of my screen on WhatsApp saying this is how my laptop is recording. There was some technical glitch, and suddenly there was a reflection of a three-legged object in front of my
No, no,
screen.
let me explain this part. So basically,
Yeah.
she sends me a picture like, Manas, you cannot record right now because my laptop's hanging up. So what do I do? So then I start analyzing the picture because I'm a professional critiquer, and I start and I see a weird reflection, a three-legged object. I can see something in the laptop's reflection. I'm like, one second, what is that strange alien object? One second, I recognize it. And to be honest, like I knew she had microphone, and I'll tell you what, like I just didn't I didn't confirm it But I had an idea because after first episode, she all of a sudden started sounding so good, like so good. And I'm sitting here, like I'm thinking, what the hell is happening? I gave her all the instructions, and I gave her every single, tip how to how to sound, how to sound better basically. And I felt so damn bad. I'm like, 1 second, it's so weird. I'm the one giving her all the instructions, and I'm just the one who sounds so bad. I'm trying all my best, and I was failing miserably. And then, when she did, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. I was happy when I go, okay, at least half of the podcast is
No,
tolerable.
he was not happy. In fact, he was super pissed, and he's just trying to act like a nice and decent friend, which he's not. So he sounded like trash, of course. So and I started sounding good
No,
all of a sudden. So
no,
instead of having bitter feelings about our podcast, people had bittersweet feelings because the other half of the audio was sorted thanks to my
mm,
audio
mm, mm,
mic.
mm.
But then, guys, this guy is 12 because he's not grown up. Because even after knowing I have an audio mic, he never mentioned, he never even asked
One
me
second. The
why,
reason, no, no, let me tell you my side of the story. The reason I did not mention or did not,
which
ask
is
her about the audio.
false.
No, 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 which is not. See, I'm entitled to my truth. Anyway, so I asked her, not
Yeah.
asked her. So I just wanted to see how long will she, take it to. I just wanted to see if she's, one day she'll feel guilty. She'll be like, Manas, have you noticed something in my audio? With
What nonsense.
I might be sounding better than you.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Why will I feel
and
guilty?
after I got my microphone, I called her up and I told her, Nitya, I also have a microphone now, professional one. So that was a funny bit. But anywho, guys, now
Yeah,
we
rub it
are,
onto my face, guys. Yeah, rub it onto my face. He got a better audio mic than me. He got a pop
yes.
filter, and I'm so eternally happy for him. And that's why his friends consulted me because they knew that I'm going to recommend a very good mic for him. So you're welcome, dost. And yeah, here's wishing you luck with all your future endeavors. So yeah, feel good
Thank you, guys.
about it.
So, guys, Nitya will be just with us for the first episode. She won't be with the rest of the season. Okay, chalega?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, you
Yeah.
don't need me. Huh?
Anywho,
Bye, guys.
yeah. And unlike last year, when we just started shooting remotely without catching up with each other, we did end up meeting up this time. We met up like last week, I guess, right?
That happened, guys. That happened in the middle of the pandemic. Cases are increasing, but Manas actually stepped out of his shell.
Dude, that's
Oh,
that's a whole
New Year
different
for real.
situation. Like, I was literally I was terrified because I did not want to contact anything, because I've been preaching, guys, do social distancing. It's okay if you just hold yourself back, just lock yourself in the house. It's not permanent, just control yourself. And then I gave in, and I went and saw her. But guys, it was completely safe situation. We none of us, not none of us, I did not step out at all, so I was completely clear of all the covid shit. Anyway, so we did meet up, and after that we reviewed all.
After after 2 years,
Yeah,
yes,
almost two, yeah,
guys,
almost 2 years.
almost 2 years.
Yeah. uh, Anywho, I didn't create covid, okay?
I know I'm still processing it. I'm processing कि मैं अपने दोस्त से 2 साल बाद मिली. Like that for me is just like wow. Anyway, but it happened this year, and I'm grateful for that. And it so happened thanks to Arjun, who was a catalyst for our meeting happening. Who
He
is
was our
another,
Yeah, he's a guy who was our guest co-host, the only guest we had so far in season 1. So yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, so we met up, and after that we reviewed all the episodes that we have recorded so far. We were like really excited. Now we have recorded, we are already 4 episodes ahead, so we don't need to worry about anything. And then and it wasn't the case. Only one episode was usable, and we had to delete every single one of them, and then we had to re-record
Yeah.
each and everything again and again and again and again.
And present continuous, guys. It's
and
still happening.
and guys,
If
right
there's a
now.
possibility even this will not get aired. कुछ भी हो सकता है.
And guys, the funny thing is that we are recording it just 2 days before we have, told everybody that it's going to go live on Friday. So today is the Wednesday. So hopefully this all goes well and we can publish it.
And
But
we're going to dig our own grave after that because we've put ourselves through this, and that just shows our lack of self love.
and guys, we tried recording it yesterday at like late at night, and I think Nitya should Tell her side of the story, and then I'll tell my side of the story.
First of all, his side of the story does not exist. So yeah, I was betrayed yesterday very badly by this guy. I had posted a Insta story on my poetry account that said that I just absolutely love spontaneous shit. And when I say things, when I put a quote, I mean it. Otherwise, I don't put it. Like that's how things work with me. What you see is what you get. And this guy was like, oh, okay, if you're so spontaneous, why don't we record episode 1 right now at 12 in the night? And I was like, yeah, why not? And I actually texted him after that saying, do you want to record? And he said, yeah, sure. Give me half an hour. I'm going to get all my equipment ready. And I'm like, cool, fine. Sounds good. I made my cup of tea. I left everything I was doing and I got my equipment ready. And after that, I message him and he's like, oh, you know what? My mom says that we cannot record. So see you at 3 p.m. tomorrow. एंड आई जस्ट वांटेड टू थ्रो माय मुझे अपने मतलब जूता उठा उठा के इसके शक्ल पे फेंकने का मन कर रहा था एंड आई जस्ट वांटेड टू बेसिकली थ्रो
Okay,
एवरीथिंग दैट वाज इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी
one second.
आई डिड नॉट नो हाउ टू channel all my anger and frustration towards him. I was super annoyed, irritated, pissed in every way, and basically Manas officially got infected with a serious case of jerkitis. So yeah,
Okay,
Manas, I hope you
it
recover
takes,
soon. I'll be sending you
guys.
flowers tomorrow.
Once again, tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's happening right now. Anyway, so and he was like, she posted a story like around afternoon or something, and and we were supposed to record back then. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to text her, let's record right now if you're this spontaneous, because I knew, it was not appropriate for that time. So I gave her some time, and I forgot about it completely. And right before I was going to bed, I suddenly realized, oh shit, I forgot to text her that thing, that it was supposed to be a joke. Guys, it was supposed to be a joke, and she did not take it.
Our
Once again.
friendship is a joke these days, and
And
I'm sorry that I was so sincere about this podcast and I took it so seriously. So
let
yeah,
me so I
the antibiotics are not working on him. Can you see the way he's behaving, guys?
I'm
It's
not
not
taking
working on him.
I'm not taking any antibiotics anymore. So I thought she'll take it as
Fatal
she'll
disease.
understand that I'm joking, right? So after 2 minutes, she did not reply, and she got really serious. I was like, 1 second, is she really serious? So I texted her that,
Spontaneous.
yeah. So I texted her, like she will understand, but she did not reply for like 10 minutes. I was like, 1 second, is she really getting ready for podcast? And she was getting ready. And after that, I could sense that she's pissed when I said, when she read the message, are you kidding me? What the hell? And guys, for the record, it was not 12 o'clock, it was 11:30 or so. So
It was an hour where night time is my time, and
yeah.
Manas knows, and everybody who knows me knows how I'm total night owl. And night time is something where I spend my time journaling and doing the things I love
And
to.
one
and
second,
and I was tired. I had a long day, but
dude,
no, but I still made sure that
one
I
second, one second.
free myself up to do this podcast, to
And
record the first
the,
episode.
at the same time, everybody knows, who knows me knows that I am not a night owl. I sleep. So that was a bit of a common sense thing. It was a joke.
Basically, Manas went chicken because he challenged me and I accepted it, and then he just ran off
Yeah.
like a
I,
sign of cowardice. Yeah.
okay,
Anyway.
we'll go with that. I have plenty of, bloopers that I can post on my birthday, but I'm the coward. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I also have some good mal with me. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You have nothing on me. Anyway, so
You don't know that. Yeah. So,
yeah, so before we go ahead with this, Nitya, would you like to tell us how your life has been since we last recorded, since the last season?
wow. I think we've recorded this episode so many times that you already know what I'm going to say, but still.
Guys, I'm really sorry.
So,
I'm so about like reacting stuff. I have to say this, guys. The last time we did recording, it was so bad because of the internet connection. Thank God there was a glitch, and we had to cancel that recording because that was so bad. She was
yeah.
telling something really sad about her life, that which you're going to hear about in a second, and I burst out laughing. And I was not laughing at a situation, like believe me, guys, like no, but I was laughing because of the action
He
I
was,
did.
guys.
No, no. I was laughing at the reaction. How I reacted to that, and that was a funny thing. I made a really funny joke, and that was it. I'm so happy that that did
He
not make it.
laughed at my sorrows. he never he
One second,
never
you are laughing. You were laughing yourself. ठीक है? So don't put it all on me.
I was laughing because it became like such a bizarre situation. I'm talking about death and you're laughing. You're laughing at my heartbreak and my sadness. And wait, that was so outrageous.
I have no
Anyway,
idea.
so my last 6 months, let's go back to my last 6 months. They've been pretty eventful. 6 months back, I mean, when the in the middle of the lockdown, I honestly, I mean, I had kind of prayed to God very strongly that my life is so not happening, and I guess He took my prayers a tad bit too seriously. So September onwards, lots happened. To start with, Smriti Rani, reposted 6 of my quotes on her official Instagram account, which was really huge and very, very unexpected for me. I was very overwhelmed, and India Today did an entire story on that. So that was really crazy, and yay. Yeah. And then and then after that, then in October I started a new venture with my mom, called Terrace Stories. So we had like more than 1,000 plants in our terrace, and we were like what to do with them, and we just started putting up pictures on Facebook, and people started inquiring about if they're for sale, and if and do we make more of these. So now we have a fully fledged and running plant and bouquet and a flower business. So that's like a mother and daughter led venture. So that's something I'm very happy about, which we've just started. So do follow us on Terrace Stories on Instagram. And yeah, and then November was shattering. It was crazy. So like from the highs we went to the lows. I lost my dog in November, and that is exactly the point where Mana started laughing in the previous episode. And anyway, so yeah, so I lost my dog, and I was obviously, she was perfectly fine, and we were so unprepared for something like this. It was not that she had any terminal illness, but so like I cried myself to sleep for almost a week, and I really needed to talk to friends the day she passed away. She was a Lhasa, so, and her name was Amber. And that evening, the first person I called was Manas, strangely, even after he's been such an insensitive jerk. So I called him and I told him about what happened. And of course, I was like howling and crying, so he could not even, he had to like settle me for a while. this is, don't, this is exactly what triggered the laughter. Don't, don't do that. Don't do that. So he's got some fantasy of me, like, hitting my chest and crying. I lost.
Oh my god.
Dude, चेहरा छुपाने से कुछ नहीं होगा. You being the same shameless person that you were last week.
Camera's on you, so
Wow.
dude, you're the one in the frame, so I'm not laughing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, I can see him. So there's no point of hiding your face now. Nobody can see you. Anyway. So yeah, it was a very sad incident, and nobody can sense the sorrow and sadness that I'm talking about over here. But basically, he talked about something which I want to share with you guys, which stayed with me, which is basically that he said that you're only focusing on the one day that she's left you, but you're not focusing on the 9 years of unconditional love and joy that she gave your entire family. So that just totally changed my perspective about how I was viewing death, and I just wanted to celebrate her and all the amazing moments that she gave me. And of course, guys, healing takes time. You have to give yourself the permission to feel what you're feeling, and of course then don't let it consume you. You have to let it go. But this is the thing about human resilience. It's with the pain and sorrow you realize how equipped, or rather how ill equipped you are to deal with loss. So that was quite a month for me, transformational, and there was a lot of learning in that month. And of course, the learning doesn't end here, but something amazing happened. So after we lost Amber, we got another puppy. So here's to new beginnings. And I have a very cute 6 month Shih Tzu now, who has brought a lot of joy and excitement into our lives. So guys, I think my point over here is that the only way to replace old trauma and old pain is by bringing in new joy. So yeah, that's how my 3 months have been. They've been
I
really
just want to make a
uh
note here. I just want to say
cathartic.
something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like you missed out on such a good opportunity to name your dog Shizuka. Shizuka. Shizuka.
Oh my, okay, wow. I'm really sorry, guys. You had to listen to that. My Shih Tzu is name. Her name is Aura and not Shizuka, and I hate.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
like.
like, she missed out on such a good opportunity. Like, she could have named the dog Shizuka, like Shih Tzu dog Shizuka. I'm just saying, like, how that there's this new Netflix documentary called Seaspiracy when they could have done Conspiracy. See, I'm just saying it was a lost opportunity. Just saying. Yeah, continue.
Guys, is any technology where you can hurt people like through the screen? I mean, if I really hope we someday develop those technological advancements. We kind of upgrade ourselves. It's much needed in today's day and age. So yeah, but moving on. I guess, how has your 6 months been? Those 6 months that we were not picking each other's brains every day. What were you doing with your life?
Well, I existed. No, no, no.
Wow.
No, no. I'll tell you what.
Guys, this is a TED talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
go on.
let's see. My life has been quite ups. Like they had quite many ups and downs. I survived. I thrived. Not thrived, but yeah, I survived. No, like seriously. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I found new ways to fail miserably in my life. I had a near-death experience where somebody was.
What?
Yeah, oh, don't pretend like what. We have done this like 10 times. We have done this like for 10, like 10
What?
times.
What?
Yeah, so like
What?
so yeah, I had a near death experience where somebody was cutting my hair, did something, and that set off something in my head. Anyway, so that happened, and after that I have a new exaggerated fear of monkeys, chimpanzees, primates, or whatever you want to call it. So basically, you know how devices keep listening to us. It's a known fact, don't argue with me. Anywho.
Privacy is compromised, guys. If you have a smartphone, and Instagram algorithms are a different topic altogether to talk about. So yeah, we're all being watched at every moment of the day,
Thank you, Grandma.
every second of the
Moving
days.
on. Moving on. So, basically, I was watching Reel. I don't know how it happened. Like, basically, Instagram kept showing me monkey and primate reels. पता नहीं क्या हो गया था. Like, I kept watching them. And after that, Netflix and Prime was something was kept suggesting me Planet of the Apes. And after I watched that, I was feeling really weird because apes were controlling humans and humans were the animal kind. I know it was a bizarre concept. And then I came across a clip on YouTube, which is a Joe Rogan podcast highlight on chimpanzee. Basically, I'll tell you what. So chimpanzees
One
are.
second, has your phone and your Instagram algorithm kind of figured that you're a chimpanzee? Like, is that what you're trying to say? That
Yes,
your traits and your features are, like a chimpanzee because you never evolved. I
yes,
mean,
Nitya.
that's the only thing that it's leading up to. But yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
a chimpanzee could figure out how to screw a bulb, but what about you? Should we talk about that?
Can you see the bulbs behind me? Yeah,
Yeah,
guys, I made that happen.
yeah. Over a
Yeah.
week, it took a it took a more
Look
than
at
a week.
him. So petty.
Oh, okay,
My
calling
God.
primate is
Finding
fine.
somebody else's flaws just because you cannot accept and deal with yours.
Anywho, moving on
Yeah.
from this chimpanzee to actual chimpanzee story. Sorry.
What a jerk.
Anywho, so basically,
मैं जा रही हूँ.
by so basically, chimpanzees they cannot when they get jealous or they cannot see. When, for instance, Nitya gives priority to her. Like if you're talking to if you're there are two people in front of us and we give priority to one, the other person won't won't go crazy and won't start killing the other person because they chose over them. They chose someone else over them. So basically primates or chimpanzees don't know that. So people were, and there was this guy who had chimpanzees as a pet at his home, and he gave, I guess, banana or something to some other chimpanzee first, and the chimpanzee got crazy. He was like, he doesn't, and they don't understand this emotion, jealousy, and he started, guys, trigger warning, it's sort of violent, so if you don't want to listen to that, please click off.
So
or just
Manas suddenly was reminded of his childhood memories,
just shut up.
when he saw those videos.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually had a monkey who, who entered our house and who bit me. I'm just saying it was a real thing. And
And then Manas,
anywho,
acted in Rise of the Planet of the Apes because he
I
got
wish,
rabies and
dude, if
yeah.
I acted there, I don't think I would be doing the podcast here with you.
Oh, aren't you privileged that you are
Anyway,
anyway?
so anyway, the coming back to the story. So the chimpanzee got really crazy, and the chimpanzee actually ended up eating the guy's nose, fingers, and buttocks. I'm just saying. Anyway, so like,
Okay.
and I sort of saw that person's video, like after he got all healed and everything. It was really bad. Of course, he could not heal completely. So that was a traumatic experience, and now I am never going to visit zoo or anywhere where Nitya lives. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, zoo or where Nitya lives. I mean, just you could just say zoo where Nitya lives. और क्यों डाला तूने?
Anyway,
Yeah, guys, he thinks I live in a zoo because yesterday my clothes got infested by termites. And because of that, he feels that I live in a jungle because because my kurtas were eaten up by termites. So हाँ मतलब
I
मैं
literally had so many jokes. I had so many jokes planned for this. Like I could have done so many, but like she, because after last night's
I was in a
incident.
pathetic mood. I was in a terrible mood. I was so angry. I was so agitated. I was frustrated because the clothes that were attacked, I've not even worn once in my life. They were brand new. And that's why I was even more hurt.
So like
And
that is
yeah.
the reason I did not make any sort of jokes except call termites termies.
Oh, so sweet.
Anyway, so
So much of care. हाँ.
बस ऐसे ही हम तो कभी घमंड नहीं किया.
ओह दिख रहा है.
Anyway, so
हाँ.
basically the new season, it won't have the same old present PowerPoint presentation wala concept where we'll be like, we are going to talk about one topic, family. So Nitya, talk about it, give me your bullet points. Now me, we won't do that. That's just really strange. Now we're going to give a
Yeah.
proper justice to the title of the podcast, or but we're going to talk like normal friends over coffee, or over Zoom. But the thing is that since we don't have life of our own, and we do not want to mess with our sponsors, aka our family and friends, who sponsor everything from this equipment to Zomato and
Yeah.
Swiggy, we are going to talk
And
about.
basically, we live with them, and if we live with them, we can't risk our lives. So, we're not going to talk about them, but we're going to gossip about other people's lives, anonymous people we do not know. And we're going to find interesting questions on Reddit and Quora, and we're going to talk about that
Yeah.
because that is going to entertain us. And we have a lot of opinions to share with you. So, that's why,
So
guys.
guys, so that Sharma auntie that always used to bitch about us, now you post something on Facebook and now we're going to bitch about you. How the tables have turned. And you guys, so if you guys have any sort of topics that you want us to discuss, anything at all,
Yeah.
we are here.
We are ready to vent it out. We're ready to rant about things, post topics. We have a YouTube channel, guys. Like, share, subscribe,
And don't forget to hit the bell icon.
bell icon,
Oh
and
my god.
and find us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram or the Odd Bata podcast,
And also you can
and
email
and
us
please,
at
yes, you can email us.
aurdata podcast@gmail.com. That is orwithapodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, guys.
1 second. So, guys, I'm getting a notification from my friend Megha. She needs water, and since they have got me this equipment, I have to leave. And she lives in Canada, so I have a boat to catch.
Bot. Because Manas doesn't have a visa and his best friend's in Canada and she sponsored his audio mic. So he's officially enslaved by them. So I guess because of that, we'll have to leave.
Okay, bye.